Hello everyone, in this video we'll see some news like Andrew Garfield saying he would 100% come back to play Spider-Man if the right story worked out for him. And also about Spider-Noir, Nicolas Cage was spotted on the set of the Prime Video series. In weekend box office, Joker Folie à Deux has a disastrous premiere, so follow me and dare to face the unknown. And don't forget to always ask me questions. Welcome to the Explore Fun Facts universe. First, let's get to the Spider-Noir news. Nicolas Cage spotted on the set of the Prime Video series. Nicolas Cage spotted in character as Ben Reilly on the set of the Marvel-inspired Prime Video series Spider-Noir. Longlegs star Nicolas Cage voiced the Marvel Comics character SpiderMan War in the animated feature Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and we're going to have the chance to watch him play the character in live action in the upcoming MGM Plus and Prime Video series that's going by the title Spider-Noir. That show is currently in production, and Cage has been spotted on set. Images of him can be seen in the Instagram embeds below, but before you scroll down, I'll warn you that you shouldn't expect to see Cage in the full Spider-Man Noir costume in these images. The spy pics only show him wearing a trench coat, with no sign of his mask. Spider-Noir has Cage taking on the role of an aging and down-on-his-luck private investigator in 1930s New York who is forced to grapple with his past life as the city's one and only superhero. The show is expected to consist of 8 45-minute episodes. Cage has said, "One of the things that I like about this potential show is that it's fantasy. It's not really people beating people up. Monsters are involved." Cage's character is Ben Reilly, a retired superhero with the powers of Spider-Man who is too old and broken, both figuratively and literally, to sue up the way he used to. Instead, he takes low-level PI cases and stays out of the ones that involve high-profile names like that of the mayor. Through flashbacks, we find out about his past heroics and past failures that led him to this point. He is charming, but weathered, and the pilot does an excellent job of setting him up for a good character arc moving forward. Cage is joined in the cast by Brendan Gleeson as the villain, Lee Jun-Lee as a singer at a high-end nightclub, Abraham Papula as a World War I veteran, Jack Houston as a bodyguard, Lamorne Morris as journalist Robbie Robertson, and Karen Rodriguez in an unspecified series regular role. A while back, we got our hands on a batch of character breakdowns. Spider-Noir comes to us from Oren Uziel, 22 Jump Street, and Steve Lightfoot, Marvel's The Punisher, who serve as co-showrunners and executive producers. Harry Bradbeer, Killing Eve, is directing and executive producing the first 2 episodes. Uziel and Lightfoot developed the series alongside Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, and Amy Pascal, the team behind the Spider-Verse movies. Lord, Miller, and Pascal also serve as executive producers on Spider-Noir. Are you looking forward to Spider-Noir? Take a look at these images of Nicolas Cage on set, then let us know by leaving a comment below. Now for the weekend box office news. Joker Folie à Deux has disastrous opening. Joker Folie à Deux had a disastrous opening, failing to gross even $40 million despite its massive budget. Despite being a sequel to a movie that made $1 billion worldwide, Joker Folie à Deux has posted a truly disastrous opening. According to Deadline, the film didn't even crack $40 million this weekend, with them estimating a horrible $39 million finish. That's over $20 million less than we expected in our box office predictions, which is crazy as just a few months ago. No one would have thought it conceivable that the film would open to anything less than $90 or so million. The $39 million opening is even worse than the $55 million opening posted by The Flash and The Marvels, which opened with $46 million. Both openings were considered disastrous, and Joker Folie à Deux looks like it might not even cross $100 million domestically. So what happened? It seems fans didn't go for Todd Phillips's rather ambitious idea to make this a musical, with it peppered with fantasy musical sequences in between some rather dull courtroom melodrama. The star pairing of Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga wasn't enough to win over fanboys or general audiences, who slammed it with an almost unheard of for a comic book movie D cinema score rating. With word of mouth like this, expect this Joker film to quickly crash and burn at the box office over the coming weeks. Meanwhile, The Wild Robot held up quite well this week, making $18.7 million, a fall of just 46%, for a $63.9 million total. While it's not going to be a huge blockbuster as far as animated movies go, expect it to have strong legs in the weeks ahead thanks to its terrific reviews, including a rave from our own Steve Say. Beetlejuice also held firm at the box office, with it dipping 36% to $10.3 million and a massive $265.5 million total, which is a much-needed win for WB, who are no doubt reeling from Furiosa, Horizon, and Joker 2 all flopping. Sadly, Paramount's very decent Transformers 1 continued to struggle to find an audience despite good word of mouth. It only made $5.35 million this weekend, with a $47 million total. Blumhouse Speak No Evil continued to pull in solid numbers, with a $2.8 million fifth-place finish and a $32 million domestic total. In a surprising move, YouTube stars Sam and Colby managed to eke out a sixth-place finish for their film Sam and Colby, The Legends of Paranormal, which made $1.77 million for a $2 million total. With more YouTubers expanding their reach, expect more movies like this to start showing up in the top 10. In seventh place was Deadpool and Wolverine, which made $1.55 million for a $633.8 million total. With it also showing up on digital this week, Disney made a wise move holding it for so long. Lionsgate had yet another flop this weekend, with their Wonder prequel White Bird having an abysmal $1.5 million opening. Movies The Substance has proven to be a solid art house horror hit, with a $1.4 million weekend almost allowing it to crack the $10 million mark. Finally, Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis lost a whopping 73% of its audience to earn just over $1 million this weekend for a terrible $6.45 million total. Next weekend seems like it will be disappointing, as it's fairly light on new releases, and Hollywood no doubt thought Joker 2 will be packing them in. There likely won't be any real fireworks until Smile 2 opens in 2 weeks. Did you go see Joker 2 this weekend? Let us know in the comments. Now let's talk about Andrew Garfield, who says he would 100% come back as Spider-Man if it was additive to the culture, while admitting he wasn't sure if Tobey Maguire would return for No Way Home. Regardless of who your favorite live-action Spider-Man actor is, fans of the friendly neighborhood wall-crawler popped when Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker waltzed through a Marvel sparkle circle in Spider-Man No Way Home. Seeing Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland on the silver screen simultaneously was one of the biggest movie moments of 2021. But according to Garfield, he wasn't sure it would happen. Speaking with Esquire magazine, Garfield said he was still determining if Maguire would return to the franchise because of his limited desire to star in blockbuster films. I thought Tobey is not going to want to do that. He'll act every 10 years much to my chagrin, and I've shared that to him. Garfield admitted about his No Way Home role being in doubt. When I heard that he was kind of leaning in, I thought it was either going to be the greatest thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. I am so grateful because it was the most joyful thing ever. All the pressure was on Tom. The tremendous box office return for Spider-Man No Way Home 1.9B+, obliterated Garfield's doubts about the film being something fans wanted to see, and if it makes sense for the franchise, he'd like to swing as Spider-Man again. For sure, I would 100% come back if it was the right thing, if it's additive to the culture, if there's a great concept or something that hasn't been done before that's unique and odd and exciting, and that you can sink your teeth into, the actor told Esquire. I love that character, and it brings joy. If part of what I bring is joy, then I'm joyful in return. While fans wait to see if Sony launches a Spider-Man spin-off with Garfield back in the spandex, or finds a way to include him in the forthcoming Spider-Man 4, you can catch him alongside Florence Pugh in the John Crowley-directed drama We Live in Time. In the tear-jerking film, an up-and-coming chef and a recent divorcee find their lives forever changed when a chance encounter brings them together in a decade-spanning, deeply moving romance. Would you want Andrew Garfield to suit up as Spider-Man again? Is Spider-Man No Way Home still as good as you remember? Or were you caught in the moment upon its release? Let us know in the comments section below. We are coming to the end. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, share it with your friend and family. Leave a like, activate the bell, and comment on what you liked about the video and how I can improve the next videos and give ideas for the next ones. Thank you very much, and may God be with you.